Good morning, students. Today we are going to start lesson 4, Meeting Miss Trotwood. So this is a part taken from the famous novel David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. So David Copperfield is the favorite novel of Charles Dickens, and David was his famous character. Even Charles Dickens' favorite was David. It is also said that many of the things that happen in this book are based on his own life. Now we will see the text. So in this text, what happens? David Copperfield was living with his mother. His father had passed away. He was living happily until his mother, she married another man, Mr. Murdstone. Murdstone was not at all kind towards him. He was not treating him properly. And his sister, who was equally unkind, she too came to live with him. Then David's mother also died. And then Mr. Murdstone and his sister, they were ill-treating David. They were treating very badly to David. Instead of sending him to school, they made him work in a factory. So David was not at all happy living with Murdstone and his sister. So he went in search of his only living relative. So there was nobody else in his family except his aunt. Her name was Miss Betsy Trotwood. So he was so much tortured in the family by Murdstone and his sister that he left home and he went in search of his aunt by walking. So after walking for a long distance, when he reached her home, what happened we will see in this text. So all of you see page number 57. I had walked every step of the way, sleeping under haystacks at night. Fortunately, it was summer. My shoes were completely worn out, and my hat was crushed and battered. My shirt and trousers, stained with heat, dew, grass, and the soil on which I had slept, might have frightened the birds from my aunt's garden as I stood at the gate. My hair had known no comb or brush since I left London. In this condition, I waited to introduce myself to my aunt. So, he had covered the entire distance walking. So, whenever he got tired, he used to sleep under haystack. You know what's a haystack? A collection of hay. And luckily, it was summertime. So, he could sleep outside, but because of continuous walking, his shoes were damaged, his hats was crushed and they got dirty and were damaged, and his shirt and trousers, they got stained. They too got dirty because of heat, dew, grass, soil, because wherever he got tired and he took some rest. So sleeping here and there made his clothes dirty. So his appearance when he entered his aunt's garden, it might have frightened the birds. So his hairs were not combed. It was not brushed. So in this condition, he was waiting at the gate of his aunt to introduce himself. So as he stood there, a lady came out of the house with a handkerchief over her cap and a pair of gardening gloves on her hand. I was sure she was Miss Betsy from her walk, for my mother had often described her to me. So a lady came, and the way she walked, David could make out that it was his aunt, Miss Betsy, because his mother had told him about her. Go away, she said, shaking her head. Go along, no boys here. I watched her as she marched to a corner of the garden, and then I went softly and stood beside her. So the boy was so dirty and so untidy that seeing him coming, she just told him to go away from her. He should not come inside. And she said that she did not want any boy to be there, and she just told him to go away from her there. So as she came and she stood in a corner of a garden, so he also went and stood next to her. "If you please, madam, if you please, aunt, I am your nephew." "Oh Lord," said my aunt, and sat flat down in the garden path. "I am David Copperfield of Blunderstone in Suffolk, where you came when I was born. I have been very hungry since my mother died. I have been taught nothing and made to work instead of being sent to school. It made me run away to you, and I have walked all the way and have not slept in bed since I began the journey." Here my self-control gave up and I burst into tears. So finally he introduced himself to her, saying that he was no other than her nephew. And when Miss Betsy saw that the dirty, shabby-looking boy standing near her was her nephew, she could not believe. She was shocked, and she sat down flat in the garden path. So he said that he was David Copperfield. He mentioned the place where he was born and where she had come to see him. And he narrated the entire incident which had happened to him. How he had been ill-treated by his stepfather. Then he was made to work instead of being sent to school. And he said that he was not even fed properly. He was not given food to eat, and he had been very unhappy. So he said that as he was very unhappy there, so he finally ran away and he had come to Miss Betsy Trotwood. And he said that since he began the journey, he has not slept on the bed. And then finally he could not stand anymore, and he started crying. My aunt got up in a great hurry and took me into the house. The first thing my aunt did was to give me lots of strange tasting tonics. Then she heated a bath for me. So when he began to cry, his aunt, she went there. She took him inside the house, and first thing she did, she gave them some medicinal liquids so that he would become healthy and he would gain some energy. And then she heated some water for him to take bath.